All right. Hi, everybody. Ashy here. So today, what I plan on doing is just testing a few more demos in Steam. So I'm running Steam from Winlator, my device here. And I have three demos that I want to test today. I'm going to test this one, Shadow of the Road. I don't remember where I heard about this one, but I really like kind of Asian culture and Asian influence on games, so I'm going to check this one out. The next one I'm going to check out is Spark in the Dark. I just think it's a very cool game, and I haven't played it very much, so I thought I'd check it out and see how it works. And then the last one I'd like to try is Road to Vostok. Um, I have played around with this one a little bit, had some issues with the UI being a little annoying, but we're going to try it again and see if we can get it to be any better today. All right, so let's jump into our first game. So Shadow of the Road. So for this one, it doesn't have any controller recognition, so I had to go into the Steam template and pick a controller uh, layout. So I'm hoping it will be easy to work, and I haven't tried this one at all. You can see here, I've yet to play it. So we're just going to hit the play button and see what happens. See if we can actually get it to load at all. And there we go. We got our first kind of crash here. All right. When I see this kind of thing, this makes me want to use my other version of Steam. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go into my old Steam, since I already downloaded the game, and we're going to see if we can load it through there instead. So at this point, in order to use Steam in any kind of capacity, you need to have two versions of it installed, which is a little crazy, but hopefully in the future it'll get cleared up. So right now you need to have the box 86 version, so you can do your updates and downloads through that, or at least for me, that's how it is. And then you can use the Proton version to play games if they won't load in x86. So let's try the same game over here. So we can see Shadow of the Road right there. Let's make sure we have our controller set up. I don't know if that setting carried over. It didn't. So we'll just make sure. Oh, maybe it did. We'll just make sure it's right. So we'll go into search. And I think I took this one. Yeah, so we'll apply that one. And we're going to try again inside Proton 9 this time. See if it's any better. See if it launches. Scaling resolution. Oh, okay. We got a DXVK issue here. All right. So we had a crash. So let's go out of this for a second. This is what happens when you're testing. All right. Is this game DirectX 12? That's the question. What DXVK am I using? Yeah, so if it's failing on that one, let's try DirectX 12 this time. See if we can get it to run. So I had to do this for Peak. So Peak ran through DirectX 12 and ran no problem. But I also did it in the Box 86 version. So we'll see. Or the Box 64 x86 version. All right, let's just try this in Proton. See if it's any better. Nope, still giving me. Oh, no, it says DirectX 11. Could not switch resolution. Oh, okay. Huh. All right, let's go back to the Box 86 or x64 version, sorry. Mm, there. Let's try. Oh, not ARM, sorry. Just try the normal 2.7. Put the newest turnip driver there too. Let's try it again. See if anything changes. Oh, I know. I wanted to change one more thing. Oops. Thought I would try. I'm not sure how some people are able to get performance mode or performance preset to work for this one. I find intermediate is the only one that actually works for me when I try to load any games on this. So that's what I'm going to try. Every time I put performance in, it always messes up or does something weird. So just going to try intermediate. Sometimes compatibility mode, but usually intermediate's pretty good. All right, close down that. Go back into my library. And try this one again. Oh, didn't load at all this time. Let's see here. Oh, there we go. Okay, maybe we got something going on now. Ah, perfect. All right, we're in. Let's take a look. I can't remember where I heard about this game, but like I said, it looked interesting, so check it out. Hopefully it'll load up here. I hear a little bit of... Oh, there's the crash. All right. Okay, so Shadow Road, Unity. All right, so we got a Unity game here. All right, Task Manager. Kill this for now. Unsaved game data might be lost. Yeah, confirm. All right, so we have a Unity game. Trying to run this. Let's. I'm gonna try compatibility mode. Like I said, sometimes intermediate works, sometimes it doesn't. Unity games can be tricky. Just wondering, maybe in the other one, if I use a newer, I have a newer DXVK here. I just don't know if it'll actually work or not. But normally Unity games, I go with fast enabled. Let's try it in the other one again, just to see what happens. Because there's not much I can do inside the x86 Box 64 version. I normally have to leave it either performance or intermediate. I will try compatibility, but for now, let's try this one. All right, let's just launch this. We were able to get into it last time, but it's crashed. Let's see if we can get past that crash here. All right, so far we're in again. That's good. Seems to be using less RAM than last time, which is also good. Nope, instant crash. Okay. Well, that's really annoying. Let's set it back to fast is fast. And let's set it to performance. Let's just put it on not the nightly. Let's put it on the old one. We'll try that one instead. All right, we're back in. We'll use the performance mode inside Proton here. We'll launch it again. See what happens. See if we get an instant crash again or not. Nope, just didn't even load. Let's try again. All right, we're in. Let's see if we can get in further than we did last time. No, instant crash. Okay. So it really doesn't like Proton. I don't have Steam and Proton 10 right now. Yeah, that's fine. That's fine. All right, let's put it to compatibility mode. This is the last thing I can think of for now. If this doesn't work, we'll just move on to another game. I'll have to play around with this one some more. Sometimes they just don't want to work. All right, so we're back in Steam again. Try to get to my library. There we go. All right, let's try this again. See if we can't get it to launch. I don't know if anyone out there has tried this game. If you have, you can always let me know in the comments below. Like I said, I'm interested in playing it, but not able to get it to launch yet. Not without it crashing. This part again. See if we can at least get to a menu. That would be nice. Maybe I'm just running out of memory. Maybe I don't have enough memory to run it. Oh, no, we're good. All right. We got in. Go to our settings here. Turn the VSync off. Anti-aliasing is fine, whatever. Controls. I hope that the controller layout I picked works. Let's give it a try. So we got in. Oh, I could press any key, so that's good. I recognized it. I was able to use my controller. Always a good thing. Battle of Toba-Fushima. Civil war erupts between Shogun and Emperor, between divine traditions and ruthless progress. Alright, it's starting to get me. This is my kind of stuff. I like this. Oh, I like the art. Looks good.
その中には将軍の忠実な部下持ち続師範もいた。彼が残したのは二人の
Compatibility
眼
mode was the way to run this one. So yeah, happens sometimes with Unity
戦に
games.
敗
You have to mess around with the
れ恥
preset.
辱にまみれ落ち延びる。父のような師匠を失い傷つき追われる彼らはもはや侍ではない。名誉未来も失ったただの浪人だ。時代がこの国を塗り替える。それは新たな幕開けか、それとも滅びの炎か。
I don't know if anyone else is obsessed with Japan, as I am, but I definitely dig the culture there. Very interesting. I visited a couple times, but not for long periods. A few days later, Satoru and Akira arrive at a well-traveled ryokan, a half-day's march from Edo. A few surviving stragglers from the shogun's army occupy the booths around them. Weightless and grieving their fallen master, the Ronin consider their next move. All right. Oh no, so close. And then it crashed. So I wonder if I don't have enough memory to run this one. That's kind of annoying. I wonder, let me see. Is there anything I can do here? Run it on the DXVK. I have the newest one there. Well, maybe not the newest one, but I have a newer one. Yeah, we're on compatibility mode. Normal. Maybe I wonder if I go with normal startup to help turn my fan up as well. Getting a little warm. All right, I'm gonna try one more time. Sometimes it'll crash the first time when it's loading. Maybe we can get it to load again. If not, it might be a memory issue. Started to realize that a lot of the new games that are coming out, 12 gigabytes of RAM is just not enough. At least not at this point for how emulation is going. Since Steam, excuse me, Steam uses up, again, I say this every stream, like 80% of my RAM is just Steam web helpers and other garbage in the background. If we could figure that out, or if Steam would make their application a little more efficient, then I think for us emulators, for us people who like to emulate Steam inside Winlator or things like that, it could make a huge difference. We have to wait and see. So we're going to try one more time, Shadow of the Road. Just changed a couple settings there. See if we can get it to work better. And if anyone is watching this, could you let me know? I was messing around with my OBS settings. I turned it back up to 1920 by 1080. Let me know if you're able to see it at that resolution while you're watching the stream. That would be great. Because I used to have to do it at 720p because I was having issues, but I think I solved them, so I turned up the resolution. So if you could let me know in the chat or in a comment just that you can see it at 1080p, that would be great. Yeah, like I said, I'm already at 10 gigabytes for this just at the beginning. Let's start it and see. I think it's going to crash again though. We just don't have enough RAM, unfortunately. And again, if anyone's played this game, let me know what it's about. It looks super interesting. It's just haven't been able to get it to run yet. Like I said, my RAM's going up now, 9.9. And then crash, yeah. So we just don't have enough RAM to run that one. That's unfortunate, at least not right now. Let me just fix this a little bit. I'll leave it at compatibility, but I'm going to put this to essential again. I'll have to look to see if there's any way I can make this more efficient or maybe use less RAM. If I could get it to run in Proton, I feel like it could be better. I wonder if we try 2.4. Yeah, all right, let's try it one more time. Let's try it one more time. It just instant crashed before, but if I could get it to run in Proton, I think it would be much more stable, but need to mess around with the settings to try and get it to work. So this is old Steam inside a Proton 9 container. And maybe Proton 10 would be better too. Maybe I should install old Steam and Proton 10 as well. Maybe that would help solve some of these issues. Although, so far in my testing, Proton 10 has not been that great, unfortunately. Maybe it'll get better in the future if they do some updates to it, but as of right now, when I compare, most of the time, Proton 9 is much faster, much more. It performs much better. Let's see if we can avoid the instant crash here. I don't know. It really doesn't like anything. So my DXVK, let's try 2.6. I tried 2.7 and it worked, but let's try 2.6. 2.7, it didn't quite have enough. I don't think there's anything. Maybe I can just go to the default. I mean, it's not the best, but we can try it and see if anything happens. If not, we'll just move on to Spark in the Dark. And I'll have to mess around with this one some more. See if I can get it to work. But I just thought it would be interesting to try, right? This is how we learn. So even if a test fails, always learn something. All right, last one. And we're going to move on. Instacrash. All right, I'll need to figure some Unity stuff out for that. All right, let's go back in. Just make sure I got the right settings here. Yep. Let's go back to intermediate. Okay, let's go back in. We're going to try Spark in the Dark. Let's see if that works. So Shadow of the Road does not load past the initial loading screen, at least for me. Just run out of RAM. So maybe if you have a device with 16 gigabytes of RAM, so if you have like an Odin to, what is it, the Max, either Portal Max or whatever, then that might be able to run it. But for me, with my 12 gigabytes of RAM, it doesn't quite work yet. So let's try this one. If we can get Steam to load. What's going on here? Got all these web helpers. Where is Steam? All right. Not working. Let's try again. Like I said, sometimes you got to start 2 times. All right, let's go. There we go. All right. So now we're going to try Spark in the Dark. Don't know very much about this game either. I watched a video of it being played, but that was it. So let's check it out here. All right, Spark in the Dark. I think this one recognizes my controller. Yeah, perfect. All right, so has controller already, so that's perfect. So let's just start and see what happens. It loads up pretty quick. Alright, let's go into the settings here just to make sure graphic quality good. Oh. Controls on. Oh, and now we got a crash as well. Alright, so another. Oh my god, all these games are Unity games. Really, really struggling here to emulate these games. Alright, let's turn back on compatibility mode because that helped with the last one. We'll try again. Alright, here we go again. Turned on compatibility mode because we ended up with another Unity game, which I didn't realize. So Spark in the Dark demo. Let's load it up again, see what happens. All right, this is what we saw last time. We're not going to bother messing with any settings. We're just going to click on New Game. See if we can actually get it. Blacksmith, Warrior, Hunter, Thief. Let's go with Warrior. Seems like an okay one. Cursed Dungeon. Forgotten Dungeon. Enter into a Forsaken Dungeon. Thus. Budding Explorers. That's me. I'm a budding explorer. Never played this game before, so let's give it a try. Spark in the Dark. So far, compatibility mode was the key to get this one to load. Hopefully I don't run out of RAM on this one, but it looks pretty good right now. Alright, let's give it a try. So I wasn't able to load Shadow of the Road, but maybe we can get into Spark in the Dark. Oh, here we go. Oh my god. Alright, we got our FPS is very low. Alright, I'm not sure this is playable by any means. 10, 16 FPS. How do I attack? Oh, there's the attack. Oh, okay. I can zoom in a little bit. Corpse of a monstrous spider has long been covered with a layer of mud mixed with dried mucus. Gross. Alright. I'm still trying to figure out the controls here, too. Alright, grab some coin. Maybe. Drop coin. I'd like to pick the coin up if I can. Oh, look at that. Oh, what does he got? Rusted mail armor? Yeah, let's loot that. Alright. Oh, what is... Why did I now see something? What is going on here? Broken sword. I don't think I want a broken sword. game is strange. I don't see anything. I guess that's the spark in the... Oh, God. Okay, what is that? Okay, that's the spark, I guess, in the dark. I haven't seen any bad guys yet. What's this? Alright, number 2 of whatever. Rusty hammer. Can I loot? Okay. Can I use it? Oh, I have it. I have it already equipped. Alright, perfect. Okay, well, the FPS is definitely picked up. 20 is much better than 3 or 4. Oh, I'm a dead guy. Rusty plate armor. Okay, I'll loot it. Why not? Another corpse. Rusty mail armor. Defense. Weight. Equipped. Okay, I'm good. I don't need that. What I have on is better than that. Where am I supposed to go here? Gotta find where I'm supposed to go. Find a door or something. Oh, okay. Further over here. Didn't realize I could go over to this side. Something else to look into. Oh, another corpse. What's this one? Rusted man. No, I don't. Medium armor. Alright. I'm just roaming around right now. I could change the camera angle. There's the spider I saw. Ooh. Spider I saw earlier. Oh, another corpse. No, thank you. I don't want leather armor. I have mail armor on me now. Okay, I'm supposed to go back this way. What is in here? Let me turn up the sound a little bit here. Not that there's much to hear. Yeah, my sound's maxed out. I feel like a little bit. It's actually quite creepy. There's nothing. Oh, there we go. There's a spider. Alright, gotta turn around. Turn around. Where is it? Okay. Where'd he go? Nope, he's still there. Oh my god, there's so many. Where'd they all come from? My hammer is doing nothing. Come on. Nope, I am gonna die. Alright, starting to understand this a little bit. Oh, I got him. Alright. Oh no, there's another one. Damn it. Alright, where do I go? I need to get somewhere to heal. If I remember correctly, I can heal in the light. Oh, and we died. Ah, you died. Death overtook you. Great. Monsters and die crop. Yep. Slayed monsters. I killed one monster in 6 minutes. Alright, let's try it one more time. Or not. Alright. Here, just crashed. Back in again. So far, not having too much luck. At least we were able to play that game a little bit. but it was also using a lot of my RAM because of Steam. The game was very quiet though. Couldn't really hear anything. Have it all turned up here. Oh, where's Steam? All right, restart this again. It says it's all there, but it's not showing up. All right, try again. There we go. All right. Yeah, whenever Steam crashes, it always takes 2 tries, apparently, to get in. All right, let's try to play this a little bit more. Didn't really change any settings. Not much else I can change in order to get this not to crash. I think it's more of a RAM issue. I've got a little bit of sound. All right, let's pick something else this time. Let's stick with the blacksmith. Last time we did the warrior, and we died. We're still gonna try the budding explorer area, if we can. Maybe not. Frozen again. Really not having any luck today. Yep, the whole thing crashed. All right. Let's close Cmod. Winlator. Let's open Winlator up again. I said it really depends on the game. So sometimes you can play without any issues in Steam, and then sometimes, mostly the newer games, are still struggling, but I mean that's to be expected, I guess, at this point. If you're looking to play newer games, I mean, I'm doing this for testing purposes, just to see what we can do, but for most of the time, you want to be playing it on a PC or a PC handheld, one or the other. All right, let's see if we can get in again. If not, we'll move on to the last one. I'll play as the blacksmith. See if I can do anything with him. And then we'll move on to Road to Vostok. New game. Yeah, we're gonna pick the blacksmith. We're gonna pick the easy dungeon, even though it doesn't feel very easy. We're gonna try our best. All right. We're in. Oh, we got a dead body right there. Defense is less. Weight is better. Durability, 3/4. Yeah, let's take it. Oh, got another guy right here. What's he got? Oh, defense 13. Oh, no, we're taking that one instead. All right, that one's much better. Well, at least the controls work. Like that. Look into these memory things. Alright. Rusty hammer. Any good? 36. Is that better than my hammer? I don't know. Let's loot it. We're good. Oh. There's a shield there, but we can't take that. So as far as I know, if I hang out in the light, I'm supposed to heal. But I just need to... Broken sword, no thank you. Coins, maybe. I don't know what they do, but whatever. What was that? Oh, that's that weird spider with the mucus on it. What's that? Bone axe. No, I think I'm okay. Okay. What's that thing? Rusty two-hand axe. Damage 47. Okay, no, we're taking that one. Yeah, I only have 40 right now. 47 sounds good. Let's use that one instead. Alright, let's go into the dungeon. Be weary of spiders. Hopefully that's all that's down here. What's that? Oh, light. Nice. Another dead spider. Something I just heard. Oh, there we go. I just heard you. There we go. Stay down. Totally missed him. Why can't I hit him? There we go. Get out of here. Oh, it's not going down. Come on. Stay down. Oh, stab. Oh, jeez. Alright, I got really stabbed. And now I'm poisoned. This is not going well. I need to heal. I need to heal. No. Dead. Again. Alright, what happens if I hit restart this time? Crash? No, didn't crash this time. Really not good at these games, apparently. Oh, maybe it did crash. Oh no, we're good. Okay. Maybe we just stick to the hammer we're given. Care about that. That's super creepy. Don't care about that stuff. What's this guy got? Anything interesting? Defense 12, defense 8. Nope, no good. I'll keep what I got on. Spider. What's this guy got? No, get out of here. Anything else interesting? Nope. Alright, we're going in. We're going in to die again. Where did you come from? Dead? Yes. Alright, you're dead. Got stabbed. Alright. So if I go under the light, do I get healed? That's what I'm wondering. Yes, very slow. Oh, crap. Ugh. And I died again. Alright. Oh, it's now still working. Alright, well, this game is definitely playable, which is nice. We can emulate it for the most part. I hope it will not crash. It's not, like, the best performing game, but it's still playable. Ugh, get out of here. Well, I am not the best at this game. I don't sneak properly. I keep getting attacked by spiders. And I thought the light was supposed to heal me, but it doesn't appear to. Go in here. Start looking for stuff. What was that? Two-handed sword. Sure, why not? Let's double sword these guys. Anyone who tries to come after me. Alright, last time I went up towards that light, I got hit with two guys coming at me. Do I have any, like, dodge? Attack? I have a... Oh, rat! I have a block. I didn't realize I had a block. I have a zoom in and zoom out. Alright, here we go. Alright, let's see. I can block. No, maybe not. Well, that didn't go very well at all. Alright. Well, that was very annoying, but this game is playable, so Spark in the Dark does work, no problem. I'm just awful at the game. That's just how it goes. Let's see if we can get back out here. Alright, let's go to the next one. Road to Vostok. Now, I have tested this one a little bit, but I'm trying to figure out two things. One, the controller is a little wonky, but it says it's controller. I think I need another one. That writes just how I was using it. Yeah, controller, my controller settings, road to Vostok. Okay, let's go with the Xbox one since that's what my controller is. Maybe it'll make it better. That and the, at least on my device, so my screen is like 5 inches. The UI for this one doesn't seem to scale yet, so it's very hard to read. For me, on the screen you're seeing, it might be a lot better, but for me, it's very hard to read. I don't know if it's my eyes. I need glasses. Who knows? But I'm gonna come here right now. Let's go with a new game. So I'm just gonna go with the Nomad. Continue. I'm just going to keep this very simple, just for testing. I think I might have to play this game on my PC, because what I have played I really liked. I like those kind of stalker games. So, but on my screen right now, it is so small. So I'm kind of looking at the mirror I have on my laptop that I'm streaming to you guys. So at least I can see what's going on. Hopefully it works here. Still getting some FPS moving, so hopefully it's working in the background. Taking a long time though. Nope, here we go. Maybe. I did just touch the screen. Maybe I messed it up. Yeah, still working. Possibly. Ah, yeah, again, look at how much RAM Steam is using up. The game uses barely any, but I think it might not be working. Let's end it. Try again. All right, let's see if we can get it to load, get it to work. I'm not going to touch the screen this time. So again, I was playing around with this, and I know it does work, but like anything, it's being a little finicky right now. All right, let's go new game. We already, excuse me, verified our controls, so we're just hoping it will load. Try not to touch anything. And if it doesn't work, we'll change some settings on the container. But it was working earlier, but it did do this to me a couple times, where I had to restart it and then restart Winlator altogether. FPS just moved a little bit, doing something. There's another one that I've seen some video of people playing it, but on PCs, not on handhelds. It looked really interesting to me, so thought I would check it out. At least the demo. Maybe I'll purchase it. It comes on sale. It's an early access game, I'm pretty sure. So still has some bugs. Hopefully, it will get in there. Saw the FPS move a second ago. Know if I touch the screen though, it's gonna go black. I'm just gonna have to leave it. Oh, the FPS just changed again. This is the first game I've ever seen under renderer where it says Godot or Godot engine. I don't know if that makes a difference on how I set this up, but I was able to get it to work earlier, at least. When I try to stream it now, of course, it doesn't want to work. So again, if I touch the screen, like I just did, it goes black. Like in the task manager. Not actually loading anything, just frozen. Feel like it's just frozen again. All right, let's get out of there. Um, all right, let's look at our settings again. I can't remember. All this is right. What do I have here? I have it on compatibility. Let's go to intermediate. So compatibility worked for Unity games, but if it's not Unity, I don't think I would use compatibility. I would use perfect. Wow. Some people are able to get away with performance. Every time I use performance, it makes my Steam crash or act weird. So intermediate's about the best one I can do. I know when I first started using Steam inside Winlator, I can't remember who I was chatting with on the Discord, but they said they had an intermediate preset, but they modified it a little bit. But I was never able to get an answer on what they did. So I'm not sure what they changed inside that intermediate preset and whether or not it made it better or not. I would hope it would make it better, but I've tried a couple things, but it's not helped at all. So I just kind of leave it where it's at right now. Let's try with intermediate preset instead. All right, try a new game. Let's go with Nomad. We'll see if this will load this time. Because the game does look really nice. Very beautiful looking game. It's just whether or not we can get back into it or not. Because if you look at my Steam report there, I played about 20 minutes, 30 minutes, I think. Which is about right. I was running around, testing some things, trying to get my gun to work, like trying to figure out the controls. So I know it does work, but whenever I want to actually show that it works, other than recording my screen, I guess, I can always try and record it later. It's taking quite a long time to load here. Can't remember what I did last time. We just changed the preset to intermediate. I wonder if I can get it to run in Proton instead. Maybe I'll see what happens here first. I'll give it another minute, maybe 30 seconds, minute. See if it loads. If not, then maybe we'll try it under a Proton container. And I think I do have to install old Steam and a Proton 10 container. I think I need 3 different Steams to run in order to test games, which is kind of ridiculous, but that's just the state it is in right now. The fact that we can even run Steam is amazing. It's just, yeah, not all containers are equal. So I think I need a box 37 x86 container, a Proton 9, and a Proton 10 container. Yeah, this is clearly not loading right now. And we have even less RAM usage. I don't think it's allocating anything. All right, let's get out of here and let's try old Steam again. All right, let's go into this one. See what happens this time. This will be our last demo that we're going to try. So, Shadow of the Road, we had RAM issues, so it would just crash. Not sure if there's anything I can do about that. Spark in the Dark works. I just am horrible at the game. And now we're trying to get Road to Vostok, which I know works, but I'd like to show it on a video to say people can play it on their Android device through Steam. All right, let's try it this way instead. Uses a lot less RAM over here, which is nice, but that's mostly because of just having one Steam web helper instead of 10 or whatever it is inside of x86. All right, let's try a new game. We'll go with the Nomad. Click continue and see what we get. See if we can get it to work on old Steam instead, using Proton 9. Here we go. We're loading up. Well, at least I think we are. We've got RAM, FPS. Better indicator than what was on the last one. Maybe. Always maybe. Comes to anything with testing on Winlator and Android. So maybe it'll work. Might have to fix the presets on the effects core as well. I think I left it the way it was before, but it should have worked. But when I touch the screen, yeah, always goes to black. Is it doing anything? Not really. All right, here we go again. Let's go into our settings like always. Let's stick with this one. That was probably the most stable. Compatibility. Yeah, let's go with intermediate. Oh, that doesn't matter actually. Let's go with our performance preset here. So fastest, fast, enabled, essential. All right. So we just changed our DXVK. I'm finding that if I use anything over 2.4.1, it doesn't really work as of right now with the turnip drivers. And I think that's a known issue. So maybe it'll get fixed in the future. And yeah, I like to use the performance preset for effects. So just the fastest fast enabled seems to be the best setting for most games, almost all games, to get the best performance. All right, back to Road to Vostok. Yeah, you can see I played like 45 minutes. So I have been playing this game, and I've only been playing it on my Odin 2 Mini. So it does work. Just need to get it to load. All right, try again. Starting to get a little annoyed with this because yeah. A couple days ago when I tested it, it worked, no problem. Now I can't even get in. All right, I'm gonna check something. I can't remember. Can't remember if this game is DirectX 11 or DirectX 12. 64-bit. Don't need that much of a. Says I need a GeForce NVIDIA GeForce GTX 1050 or equivalent. That's not very powerful, but I don't think I used DirectX 12 settings for this one. Just doesn't want to load. All right, let's go back out. Let's try them. Don't remember using them, but you never know. Let's give it a try. And if that works here, then maybe I'll test it in the other one as well. Maybe that was my problem. I couldn't remember that it was DirectX 12 or not. But I really don't know. I don't think so. I feel like it doesn't matter because it says this rendering engine up here. Yeah, I don't think it matters. It has something to do with that setting that I'm not sure about. Not sure if it's OpenGL or what it is. I just want to get in the attic, please. Oh, I clicked on the screen. I think it loaded more RAM this time. It's about the same. But I don't know. It did work. And once I got into the game, it worked quite well, actually. So I just had issues with the UI scaling. It's hard to see on my little device. But no. All right. I don't know what's going on here. Okay. 36. I'm just going to put this on. Let's try performance. Why not? We've tried everything else. Let's see if it actually makes a difference. All right. Let's launch it and we'll see what happens. So I'm using VKD3D this time. And we changed our preset to performance. I don't know if that'll make any big difference. Either one of those settings will make any big difference. But that's the test we're running right now. So we get here, no problem. But once I try to continue, it just seems to freeze. I'm not sure how I got this to work before. Just keeps getting stuck right here. Oh, I touched the screen again. I lost it. Let me check. Okay, well, we've used more RAM than we did last time for the game itself. But I don't know if there's a way to get it to load more. Steam is taking up lots of RAM, of course. Let's try again. Not even going to exit out. I'll try again right here. I'm really annoyed. I'm very annoyed at this right now, actually. I was able to get this to work earlier this week. All right, not going to touch the screen, not doing anything. Just going to let it try and load. I don't remember it taking this long last time when I did get it to load. Should have written down what I did or recorded what I did. Now I'm very frustrated that it will not work. This Godot engine, or Godot engine, I'm not sure how you say it. It's really messing with me here. All right. Let me look at the container here. Maybe there's something we can do with the render. GDI, let's put it back to GL. Maybe that's the issue. I have no idea. Maybe that's the issue that I had with the other one as well. Sometimes I mess around with that renderer, but the only game I found that works with it, if I want to play Borderlands, well, Borderlands 2, I don't know about any other Borderlands. Borderlands 2, I need to change that one to GDI. But for most other games, you should be able to just leave it on GL, and it should work no problem. That's the default. And from talking with, or chatting, sorry, with Coffin Colors, that seems to be the default that you should leave it at. It's just I had an issue with Borderlands not loading, and that was the only fix that I came across with all the settings that I changed. So let's just swap it out for something else and let's see what happens. All right. Let's continue. See if we can't get in. So there's the FPS drop and the RAM jump, but is it enough to get us in? I would love to end this video on a high note. Or in the stream, I guess, on a high note. But right now, it's not looking that way. All right, I might just have to mess around with it on my own and see if I can get it to work and just record on my device that it works. Because right now, this is just not working. Since I flipped the renderer, maybe I'll check out that other game one more time. The Shadow of the Road. We had memory issues, but maybe it was the renderer causing it. Probably not, but we're gonna try it. Steam's not working there. I'm hoping we'll get some more box 37 or even box 38, 3.8 fixes for Steam to help with some of the memory issues and things like that, but I'm not sure. All right, it's not working at all right now. Okay, just quit altogether. Try again. Now Steam doesn't want to load. Oh, there we go. I say Steam doesn't want to load at all anymore. All right, let's try Shadow of the Road one more time. See if the renderer made any difference. I don't suspect it did, but might as well test it while we're here. Or not. It just crashes. Oh, I forgot. Need to change the preset. Change it to compatibility. There we go. All right. Oh, maybe that would fix Road to Vostok as well. Had a busy weekend, so my brain is not all there. So maybe it was a very simple fix. But even if it does load, well, I can test out a little bit. All right, let's try Road to Vostok. Let's see if that little switch on the preset makes a difference. It's already using more RAM. I don't know if that's a good thing or not. Let's see if we can actually get into the attic. There's our drop in FPS, our increase in RAM. But will it load? Oh, maybe that was my problem. I had the wrong preset. Just saw that circle move for the first time. Or not. It should give me some indication whether or not you're loading or not. Nothing's happening. Saw the little circle spin for a second. Got my hopes up. It's kind of strange. Like I said, every time I touch the screen, it just goes black. Hmm. This doesn't want to load. It's just making me feel like a... Oh, change this back. Making me feel like a liar. Because I have been playing the game inside Steam. And there's nothing else really I can mess with here. Maybe I'll put on intermediate, but I don't think it's going to make a difference. I don't think it's going to matter. All right, we're going to do one last test to try and get Road to Vostok to work for me again, because it did work, and now it's not working. I can't remember exactly what I did, so we're going to try it one last time. If not, then I'll have to mess around with it and I'll record a video of it working, if I can get it to work. But I played like 25 or 30 minutes with it working, so I don't understand why it doesn't work now. And like I said, this is not a problem. Works very well here. I'm going to change it one time. I'm going to go for... Can I? Select scavenger. By means makes no difference at all, but just select that. We changed it to the intermediate preset. So I'm just interested in that little circle. It moved last time, but now it doesn't want to do anything. So we're looking for the FPS drop and the RAM to increase, but we want it to continually increase, not just stop. Okay. There we go. See, there the circle moved again. It's moving. And then it freezes. Yeah, it just doesn't want to work for me tonight. It's really annoying. Doesn't respond to any button pushes. Like I said, if I touch the screen, it goes black, which is really strange. Oops, touch that button. All right, I guess I'm gonna have to mess around with this one some more. Try to remember what I did earlier this week, because I definitely was playing it. I don't think I was dreaming that. I have proof on Steam that I did, in fact, play this game. But for some reason, it just does not want to load. Oh, now they're going to debug. All right. If I can get it to work, I'll make a video of it. So tonight was kind of a bust. We were able to get one demo to work. So Spark in the Dark works perfectly, has controller support. Shadow of the Road, the Unity game, I think I just don't have enough RAM on my handheld. So if you have an Odin device like a Max with 16 gigabytes, or you have any kind of Android device with at least 16 gigabytes of RAM, I think you're going to be okay. You should be able to play that game if you're interested in it. And I swear, Road to Vostok does work. Like I said, I was playing not that much time, but I was playing like 25 minutes at least on my handheld. I had issues with the UI. It was very small. I couldn't really see anything. So I was hoping to mess around and see if I could fix that problem. But now I can't even get it to load on my device today. So if I do get it to load, I will make a short video of it if anyone's interested in that. Other than that, I guess we're going to end it tonight. So thank you very much. If you came in and checked it out, or if you're watching this after the fact, I appreciate it. Um, you can leave comments or you can leave questions in below this video. If there's any games you want me to test, or if there's anything in Steam you want me to look into, feel free to write or ask me a question in the comments. And I'm going to post some other videos of some Proton 9 versus Proton 10 comparisons and some other games that I can play inside Steam that I'll record instead of trying to stream, so it's a little bit easier for people to watch later on. All right, with that, thank you for those who did come, and click like on this one if you could, and help more people see this video and at least come bring some attention, sorry, to my channel. Been doing a lot of growing lately, which I really appreciate. So everyone who has subscribed, I super appreciate it. But there's a lot of people that watch my videos that do not subscribe. So we'll see if we can get them converted over. Anyway, thank you for watching, and I will see you all later.